Hello, everybody. Good evening. It's me, the Earthling, or Gerald to some. And, oh yeah, I'm from Oregon. So I gotta wear my duck hat. You know why, right? Anybody know anything about college sports? I don't do it a lot, but I mean, after all, the Ducks are number one. Yeah, we're gonna be heading for the national title. It's a new thing here. It's pretty cool. So, anyway, this is my second video in a little series I want to do about cats and the ownership of, the companionship of, basically, because we all know how cats are. You know, you don't own them, they own you. Pretty much, you don't choose them, they choose you. It's that way. It's funny the way cats are. My brother's a great example of human beings that have this ability to rapport with certain things or creatures, and there's something about him that cats just can't get enough of. So every time the poor guy moves around, he ends up with another group of cats. I mean, he doesn't ever have to get rid of any or anything like that. His cats are always real healthy and clean. Everything's always done correctly. He one time was living almost pretty much by himself and had 3 or 4 cats. And the way he is, it was hard for him to go to work every day, then knowing that his cats were there by themselves, it probably bugged him. But anyway, enough of that. We're really, my brother and I'm in a wheelchair, but my brother's my caregiver, and so we live together. And as we do, we both love cats anyway. We like animals. And I have some of my own. I have my Mr. Biscuit over here. He's on the bed right now. Did I show him yesterday? Well, let's look at him again. He's doing what he did yesterday. Yes, he's sleeping. That's what he does when he's with me. He sleeps. He likes to be with his dad. Anyway, you can see he's very healthy. We have basically, like I said yesterday, I'll explain it to you. It started out with Lane's had cats before already. I ended up getting hurt, and my cats I was with, I was in the hospital. Couldn't I had to give them to some folks who helped me out, kid. And so when I got out of the hospital and everything, and I lost my legs and stuff, I needed a caregiver, of course. And Lane, my brother, he had a business. He cleans houses and such, and he was already a caregiver for this other guy, a friend of ours. And he's in his 50s, late 50s. He's gonna be 60 real soon. He's not a young sprite. He can't just go find a job. So, and anyways, his other client died. Poor guy. And and I don't know. He couldn't keep the house by himself, so we kind of moved in together and everything, and helped each other out. I needed a caregiver because I was now without legs. Started losing my fingers. You see, and so then my brother came along, and anyway, he's like I said, Catmandu is who we call him. As I told you yesterday, that he did have a few hints when we were discussing the cat box etiquette, and one of my friends from Germany, why he calls himself Kleenex, I don't know, but it's kind of interesting. But anyway, regardless, wanted to know, what do you do if you're going to be away for a couple of days, and you can't really depend on any neighbors or anything to watch your cat box and stuff, I guess. It sounds like you don't want to spend any money on a boarding place. But if you don't mind it, most of them are you can get like a kennel that'll board your cat. Well, nice ones, for fairly not too bad, 15, 10, $20 a day. If you're going on vacation and you're going out and you're gonna go spend a bunch of money on yourself, and if you really want to make sure your cats are gonna be safe, well, that would be a reasonable expenditure. So that's the deep. Not a bad answer to that question. Uh, that'd be the best way. If you don't have any friends or anything, that you can be sure will come and dump your cat box as such. Uh, of course, before you would before you even hire any of these kennels, you don't want to have someone come over and make sure your cat's fed and watered, and depend on someone else's schedule that they'll get there in time and they'll clean the box like you want it cleaned and stuff. Trust me, you'll be stressed out to the max. You don't want to do that. If you really must, and you have to go, and you want to go on vacation, you want a few days off or something, find a decent kennel and go ahead and house your cats while you're out. I found a really neat place here in Portland. Actually, I went and looked through it, and the housing was really clean. Nice little cages they had, actually rooms, little rooms, with little couches on them, little chairs and padding all over. They had food and water, and they were real clean. Smelled real clean. There was an attendant right there at all times. That's kind of the kind of thing. And I noticed the prices were anywhere from $10 a day a night to up to 25 and 30, depending on whether you wanted, I guess, a luxury suite or not. Maybe there's other things you wanted. But let's get back to the litter box thing and people in there. I feel maybe some people didn't understand. I didn't mean for you to leave all of your litter in the box all the time, forever. Because you're going to run out sooner or later. But when you do have good clumping litter that you don't have to, get into and dig into, that will clump together and you can bring up in a scoop that'll siphon it well enough, sift it well enough. You have to do that. You want to follow along and make sure you got your schedules down for your cats and look for it. You have to get down there and look for it. Make sure it's large enough so that your cats can feel comfortable. I mean, they want to go in there, they want to hide there. They're in there to hide it. Okay? So you got to think about that, everyone. And that's what we're hygienic. We flush the toilet because we don't want it sitting around there and it stinks, right? Well, they don't either. They don't want to go and smell some other cat's stuff in it, especially when you have multiple cats. And tomorrow we're going to discuss some of the feral kitties and the ability to be able to get something fixed. For one thing, here in Oregon, if you're on food stamps or something like that, and you have a cat, you can get it done for it's a discount thing. It's like $10 or $20 or something to have your cat spayed or neutered. So you should do that. It's important. We'll see you later. Sayonara. Have a good afternoon. Have a good night. See you all tomorrow on our next episode of How to Care for Your Kitty. But cheers.